Gonna do some handstand push-ups on this tree here, and you can add me on Twitter, by the way. I've created Twitter again, but of course this time I won't follow a single person. I'll be like the Dalai Lama. I don't follow anyone. I will only post my notes in my my thoughts, notes, philosophical thoughts, emotional thoughts in all the tweets. So if you want to follow me there if you want. It's not necessary, but I will post whenever I feel like. So I won't focus on it. I won't focus on Twitter. So, but you can ask me there if you have any questions. You can ask me there as well. So I've been thinking a lot about instinct lately, and not just instinct, but cutting things, the aesthetic life. This is also about the aesthetic life, all right? The aesthetic humanism. Perhaps I should bring that back, into a name, because most people, I don't think they understand core philosophy. Well, aesthetic humanism came out of this core philosophy. So we keep the humanity, but we're aesthetic. We eliminate the lower desires, like junk food, watching TV, entertainment, all of that nonsense, and we keep our higher desires. I want to read this book, I always wanted to read this book. I'm gonna read this book now, nothing else. I always wanted to write a book. I'm gonna write this book now, nothing else. I'm gonna focus only on myself, my body. I want to have a great body. I want to become greater, greater health, towards greater health, right? I'm narrowing down everything. My vision is getting narrower and narrower. I'm starting to, everything is starting to get perfected now. So I just want to share whatever it is perfected. So I will only teach whatever I do here, all right? I will only teach whatever I do here, and if you want to follow, you follow along, you emulate. That's it. That is it. So I will make some push-ups now. I'm gonna make these, soft, easy, maybe 10 reps, 4 sets, and then perhaps I'll do some. Well, it is my upper body focus today, so I will only run uphill a little bit later, perhaps, maybe something like that, or jumping a little bit, but I can feel my calves, they have to rest, so only a little bit, just to get some blood flowing. I'll try to up my reps now. You gotta, sometimes when you feel like it, and you feel you've plateaued or something similar to that, you feel like you're stuck, you change, but you change by going harder. You change by going harder. You don't change by dropping everything, all right? That is the last thing we want to do. Drop the basic routines. You never drop the basic routines. And the basic routines are the basic human universals, not just universals, but tools. So, diet, exercise, sleep, meditation, cutting things, your environment, and so forth. I think it's starting to rain. Doesn't matter. It is cold, it's starting to rain. Doesn't matter. You're still here, and do your destiny, all right? Don't stop delaying your destiny. I'm stopping myself from delaying my own destiny, right? So I'm working on everything I truly want to work with. So, yeah, it started to rain. I'm gonna try today to make 50 diamond push-ups, extending for my usual of 40 or 35. And I always start with the hardest push-up, because when I do the harder ones, I don't sacrifice the harder ones. I get all those muscles and all the basics in, and then you can perfect the smaller stuff at the end of your session or your training routine. It's not a session, it's a training routine, it's a habit, it's a rhythm of life. We're living you are a rhythm of life, or rhythms of life, right? It's not routines even, it's a rhythm of life, it's patterns. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful life. All right, let's do this. And I've already warmed up a little bit, like a shadow boxing thing, and you know, you warm up a little bit, your shoulders, your wrists, your arms. I'm gonna show you. Diamond push-ups. Let's take off. And it doesn't matter which way I go. You know, the grass is not, you know, perfect here, but that's great because that will get us, you know, muscles that most people don't work with, I think. You know, it gets natural, but not just natural. You'll get in muscles that most people don't, you know. That's why perfection is not important. But keeping at it is important. That is what's important. All right, just keeping at it. That's important. Do a broken set. I don't need these. It never gets easy. It never gets easy. No such thing as easy. There is no such thing as easy. Writing my book is exhausting. And this is exhausting. Everything is exhausting. Everything. Don't succumb to low energy. Don't succumb to low energy. Don't succumb to lower desires. That is, you know, that is essentially what I'm saying. You stop writing your book. You stop creating the things you want to create. You stop working on getting a better body. You know, healthier body, of course, but I know that health doesn't, you know, motivate most people, but that has to be the underlying purpose and motivation, because, you know, keeping the energy high all the time, keeping that exponential curve upright, that is hard. And not just hard, but that takes the higher, that is the higher energy, higher desire. That is, you know, you gotta push, otherwise it will be low desire. You wanna, every single person wants to be in the lower state, because that is nature. Atoms want to be in their ground state. Atoms want to be in their ground state, and we're the same. Don't be in the ground state. Actually, it's pretty cold, but it is nothing compared to snow. It is nothing compared to snow. It is nothing compared to, you know, ice cold water. It is nothing compared to what our ancestors would have experienced almost all the time. They were tough. I'm starting to notice, you know, the skin gets to, it becomes something else. The skin starts to, you know, harden, not harden, but it is soft because of the dry fast. But, you know, 23-hour dry fast, and then I eat for 1 hour or 2, so it's 23 or 22 hours dry fast. But the skin, you know, gets softer, but you get these, you know, it starts to look like you've had some resistance on you. You start to look like a man, so to speak, or, you know, like a human, rather. Even women should be like this. every single person should be like this. You know, women were tough. They're still tough, but you know, society wants us fragile. Society wants to pull us down, all right? Not just society, but we can also always, you know, make excuses. So do not make excuses. Doesn't matter if the society tries to pull you down. You make sure you're not getting pulled down, all right? You make sure that is the case. You make sure that no one and nothing puts you down, all right? No one and nothing. My higher desire of a greater body, healthier body, is higher than any of their pushing and, you know, propaganda. Keep pushing that floor, buddy. As Tom Hardy said. Keep pushing that floor. It's not a floor, but keep pushing that, you know. Keep pushing the earth downwards, which is technically what you're doing. I'm pushing the earth downwards. But since the earth has such a greater mass, you know, I get pushed upwards. But technically I'm pushing the earth downwards. I am. Physics is amazing. Science is amazing. When it's, you know, interpreted and when it understands that it doesn't know everything. That's when it's the best. Using experimentation and be willing to get where no one else wanted to go.